Welcome to Lynda Love's Q&A, saving hearts one girl at a time. This is a question from Anonymous in Pennsylvania. If a guy tries to kiss you on a date, but out of surprise you didn't kiss back, and he seems a bit down because you ended the date sooner than he expected, and then he texts you immediately after the date to say he had fun and to apologize if he made you feel uncomfortable, is it okay to send a quick text in reply that everything is good? I think he thinks he's offended me, and that is definitely not the case. What would be a good way to handle such a situation anyway? I don't want to come across as rude when not warranted or angling to get away as soon as possible from him. Let me respond to your question by saying this. When Michael Douglas first met Catherine Zeta-Jones, she wasn't interested in him at all. She made it very difficult for him, and I think it took her something like 6 months before she accepted the first date from him. When a man likes you, there's really not much you can do to stop him from pursuing you. You can not kiss him back. You can be acting completely uninterested. You can turn him down 5 or 6 times for a date. He's still, if he likes you enough, going to pursue you. Now, that doesn't mean that we use this tactic of continually turning down dates time and time again. It's not about that. It's about keeping in perspective the power of a man's attraction to you. If he really likes you, if you're in that dream girl status, it's usually going to be okay if you're doing things that might make him really question whether you're interested in him or not. So try not to worry too much about the kiss. You know, it's all about treating a guy you like as the guy you don't like. If you didn't like the guy, you'd probably be saying to me, oh my gosh, this guy tried to kiss me. I had to get away. But in this case, you liked him and you're now worrying and overthinking the whole situation. I think all I can say to that is just don't worry. What's done is done. And there are often situations in dating that put us on the back foot. We're not prepared for it and we're trying to think on our feet. Don't worry. If he likes you, he will ask you out again. You don't have to help a guy along. This is something really important that I'm going to keep saying repeatedly. He doesn't need your help. In fact, it's so much better if you don't help him, because you know that he's pursuing you and asking you out entirely because he really, really wants to see you again, not because he's feeling obligated because you're trying to set up another date or helping him out to see you again. It's not necessary. So don't worry too much. It's okay. Shannon in New York asks, if a boyfriend buys you something to leave at his house, is it okay to leave it there? Toothbrush, hairdryer, hairbrush, or offers a drawer or cabinet space. Do we accept? This is a perfect example of a man taking the relationship to the next level and you casually not really paying attention or showing any excitement about that. Now, you think about a lot of women are deliberately trying to leave something in their cupboard, leave the toothbrush in the bathroom, just to kind of claim their territory with this guy. And that is a surefire way to make a guy go, oh, this is a bit too much for me. I'm not sure if I'm ready for her to leave her toothbrush in my bathroom. Here we have the total opposite. He's quite frustrated by the fact that you're not marking your territory at his place. So he's helping you along and taking the relationship to the next level by making sure that you have your own toothbrush there, buying you a hairdryer, getting you a hairbrush, and giving you a special drawer or a space in his cabinet to leave it in. Look, if it's something that you own that he's trying to make you leave there, just casually forget to leave it there and take it home. But if it's something that he's bought for you, like a toothbrush, just leave it there. Don't pay any attention to it. Don't bring it up. Just brush it off if he talks about it. This is a little yardstick about him taking the relationship to the next level. We as women are constantly observing a guy's behavior, and this is very good. This is one of those things that's making you say, okay, he's showing that he obviously has interest in some kind of future with me. And you'll keep observing other areas as well, of course. So no, you don't have to pack that toothbrush he's bought you away and take it home. Don't worry about it. It's a good sign. Roxanne from Texas asks, what's the best way to handle pushy guys that want to extend the date or see you the following days after you already mentioned you have plans? Some things he said were, what do you have to do so early tomorrow morning? Or, you don't have to work, let's go dancing. Or, how about dinner tomorrow? Response, I have plans. Again, he asks what plans. All of it was light-hearted and he joked about it. My question is, should we be light and breezy and give flirty responses like, wow, you're full of questions tonight? Or smile and jokingly say, I have things to do. It's not easy to take over the world. Or should we be assertive and send a clear message? We are not putting up with their pushy tactics by saying, well, I've got to go now. I think both ways you are setting boundaries, just in different ways. The first one requires patience, very much light and breezy. The second one is to the point and direct. You know what I teach girls? It's all about being smart. It's about being emotionally intelligent. Because at the end of the day, it's when you play it smart, when you're cool, when you're sweet and light and breezy, you stick to your boundaries, you're showing emotional restraint and intelligence. These are the things that he notices. These are the very important things that show him that you are a dream girl. I really liked your responses of saying things like, wow, you're full of questions tonight, and laughing it off. Or saying, I have things to do. It's not easy to take over the world. I love it. These are great responses. What's the harm in shrugging it off and being cute and sweet? You've stated your boundaries, but you've done so with a smile and shown that you're not getting angry or taking it personally. I mean, think about what's happening. He clearly likes you so much, he wants to see you. It's quite common for guys who are really into you to get a little bit pushy. You're just observing how they're being pushy. Are they being rude? Are they being short with you? Are they getting really angry and making you feel uncomfortable or afraid? But if he's joking like this guy is, and being lighthearted and trying to do whatever it takes to see you again at short notice, that's actually a good sign that he's really into you. So don't get upset with him or, get cold and start stating your boundaries very firmly. There's no need to do that. In fact, it's going to be counterproductive to your goals of achieving a relationship with a wonderful man who adores you. If he's a really great guy, he will be a little bit put off by a rude response. It's just not necessary. And it's always better if you can gently let things be water off a duck's back. Treat things lightheartedly. Because every so often there are times where you really will need to assert yourself. And you need to choose those moments wisely. Then they're left with no uncertainty that what they've done has crossed the line. So, for example, if he's tried to kiss you, you've pushed him away, and then he gets really heavy with you, that's the time where light and breezy isn't appropriate. This is where you assert yourself. So it's really about being smart. Is this a life or death situation? What's really going on here? Is he being sweet? Does he really want to see me again and he's just being playfully pushy? That's all okay. Or is this crossing the boundary into being really unacceptable behavior? Then that's when you show him you mean business and you're not going to be messed with.